When it comes to tailgating and home gating, Safeway has you covered. Get everything you need to feed fans in one convenient stop. From delicious meats to party trays and everything in between, you'll score great deals at Safeway, just in time for the game. Shop with your club card and pick up boneless beef strip steak for only $5.99 a pound. And don't forget the chips. Select varieties of Tostitos are just $1.99 each when you buy 3. With Safeway on your team, you'll always score great deals. Safeway, official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
Hi, I'm Stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Klein.
And this is
Not Your Demographic,
a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, those exist.
Hello, Demi.
Hello, everybody.
How are you all doing? Energy boost.
You can answer. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm a little tired because I performed at the House of Blues last night, and then I got like 4 hours of sleep, so I'm like a little like woo woo woo. Also, my butt really hurts because I worked out 2 days in a row. I was going to work out today, and I was like, I don't think I can. Like, I was going to push through it, and Nick, who works out all the time, was like, I really do not think you should push through it. Like, if you can't, like, bend down functionally, you should probably not go to the gym.
Yeah, you could do, like, yoga, I guess, which is basically just stretching.
Yeah, but I'm not going to, like, go to a yoga class, and I don't know enough yoga to just, like, do yoga.
Oh, I mean, I know a really good channel you can use. She has, 7-minute videos.
I was going to the gym. Like, I'm not going to, like, pull up a video at the gym.
True. I mean, you can.
The House of Blues was really fun last night, though. We did... They wanted to do, like, a more interactive thing, so it was, like, old Hollywood, and we all had, like, characters, and Eva LaFiva was, like, the big... It was, like, kind of, like, All About Eve type thing, and
fun.
Eva LaFiva was, like, the big diva, and I was her, like, plucky assistant, and then... But who's also, like, a performer, and then, you know, we had... Willie LaCue, who was her leading man, but was, like, secretly very gay. Not secretly, like, but, like, she didn't know. And then Hot Tawdry was, like, the young performer from Iowa, and we did, like, all these character bits and stuff. But at the end, like, the joke was, like, for a tip kit, they were twirling tassels, and then I came and I was like, no, it's all about me. And I honestly just channeled Emma the whole time. And I was like, it's about me. It's my show. Look at my assholes. Made a $20 tip from twerking my assholes.
Absolutely.
But I honestly was just like, just channel Emma. It's all about me. It's my show.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was really fun. And this weekend, I don't know what I did. I don't remember. I feel like I did fun stuff, but who knows?
Didn't you go to a wedding?
No, that was the weekend before. I went to the Renegade Craft Fair. That was really fun. I bought a bunch of dumb stuff. I bought a ring that says Pay Me on it, which is amazing.
I saw that. I love it.
They also have one that says Very Busy, and I'm going to buy that one too.
Oh my god. I fucking need that.
Yeah, that is like my soul. Just like, very busy, pay me.
Right, that's true. I found a patch on Amazon that I put on my wish list that it's just black and it has white text on it. It just says, I am very busy. And I was like, I need to buy this and put it on all of my bags so no one will speak to me.
Very busy, do not talk to me. Oh, and I don't know if we talked about this, but I officially applied to grad school.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Even if I don't get in, the act of applying, like, you know, you talk about it for a long time. You're like, well, I'm going to apply to grad school. I'm going to apply to grad school. I'm going to apply to grad school. We can only apply to one program. I think I have a really good shot. But even if I don't get in, like, the act of, like, writing the statement and getting all my shit together and actually applying feels like a very big accomplishment.
Yeah, it is. That's so great. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Oh, that's so good.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, seriously.
Everybody send me your good juju.
Yeah, for sure.
Those were the big things that I did. What did you do?
I went back to Michigan again this week, and I had a bridal shower.
Oh.
I went back on Friday afternoon.
I did not go.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
Way more people showed up than RSVP'd. So my sister was like, well, I'm glad Alexis canceled. Stella canceled. Because my mom made enough food to feed like a fucking army. it was my parents have like a big fucking island in the middle of their kitchen, and it was just literally every single piece of it was covered with like 50s themed food. My mom made a Jell-O mold with oranges in it and like laid it out according to a 50s cookbook.
Her bridal shower was like a domestic theme.
Yeah.
It was like making fun of Erin.
Yeah, my brother-in-law he was like helping us put things together the night before, and he was like, I just don't get it. Like, this isn't Erin at all. And I was like, but it is my aesthetic. And Megan was like, yeah, that's the joke. Like, she is not a domestic goddess. She doesn't even cook. Like, so it was funny that my friends all got it, and my family was all like, oh, this is so wonderful. It reminds us of when we were children. And I'm like, LOL, literally never going to use any of this. All of this is going to Michael. I can't do any of this. So it was fun. It was like weird to be...
You had a Jell-O mold?
Yeah, we had a Jell-O mold. We had like ham salad spread.
Ew.
Like fucking 50s food. My mom took this theme so literally and made so much food. She got out her grandma's punch bowl from the 50s that like had these cups that like hooked to the back. It was all made of crystal. I was like, what the fuck is all this?
That's so funny. I love that they took it so seriously.
My mom got me, I didn't bring it, I should have brought it with me. I'll bring it next time I see you. It's a little like pocket calendar, but it looks like a birth control pack, but it's a shopping list, and you like flip the like pegs up so you can like keep track of what you need, and then when you buy it you flip it back. She was like, I found it on Etsy and it's vintage from the 50s. It was really expensive, but for some reason I thought you would like it. And I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Yes, I fucking like this.
That's so funny.
So I got a bunch of good stuff. We got a couple of things that Michael was like, why did people buy us this? We're adults, we've lived together for so long. Like, people got us like salad hands, and I was like, we don't need these. Someone
Give
got
them
us
to me. I want them.
We are either gonna sell them or I'll give them to you.
Okay.
Yeah. We had got like do you want a brownie spatula?
What the fuck is a brownie spatula?
It's like a special spatula that's just the right size to get a brownie out of the pan. My grandpa's new wife gave it to me, and I was like, you do know nothing about me.
I do not want your brownie spatula.
Alright, whatever.
That sounds terrible.
Whatever. Yeah, it was like weird to be so center of attention, and a bunch of people were like, you used to be an actor, don't you like this? I was like, no, that's not how that works.
It's very different.
It's very, very different. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Everyone loved my flamingo dress. I was really pleased that people seemed to enjoy it so much. I liked your tweet about how my fashion sense is a monstrosity.
It is.
I mean, yes, but
cat pants.
I don't wear those anymore.
But you still own them.
Yeah. They're in a box. I couldn't bring myself to get rid of them.
Because Michael won't let you wear them.
No, he won't let me wear them.
Because if he would let you wear them, you would be wearing them. Maybe.
They do fit me really weird.
When has that ever been a problem for you?
I mean, it's never really been a problem. Whatever. What wrestling shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Ms. No Autographs Please shirt because Bay's having a baby.
Yes, he is.
So excited. Happy for them. I legitimately started crying. I did not watch Raw or SmackDown Live this week because I'm very busy and very important. But I did see people like, I saw some wrestler tweet at them like, congratulations, and I was like, wait a minute. Somebody tell me, are they having a baby? And I got very emotional.
Oh my god. When she walked out in that pantsuit, immediately, I was like, she's never worn a pantsuit before. What is this? And then
that's factually not true.
Well, not like that. She was wearing like a Lana-style pantsuit, and I was like, this is not something that Maurice normally wears and has not been wearing recently. Yeah. And then as soon as I got in the ring, he was like, we have an announcement. I was like, oh my god, she's pregnant. Pantsuit and announcement, 1000% pregnant. And then they were.
I'm so excited.
I'm so happy. They seem very happy too. I'm so glad.
Watching them on Total Divas, they're like a great couple.
Yeah, they really are a great couple. Good for them. Oh, I'm so glad.
I'm so happy.
That's good.
What wrestling shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Stone Cold Steve Austin Broken Skull Ranch shirt. He wore this on Raw once, and I was like, I need that shirt, and it's super soft. I'm literally only wearing it because it's soft, and I didn't want to wear a bra today. And I was like, I'm wearing this.
I don't wear a bra either.
Yes!
No bras. I love Stone Cold. He is honestly one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, but I do not own a Stone Cold shirt.
I have, I think, 3.
I just don't, other than the like traditional like 316 one, I don't like them.
Yep. I don't
listen to his podcast. I love him, but I don't listen to his podcast.
I don't listen anymore.
And I
really
don't care
enjoyed
about
it, but-
Broken Skull Ranch, and I'm not going to wear a what shirt. I'm not
Yeah,
a
freaking
fucking
what shirt.
15-year-old boy.
Yeah.
What did Courtney Rose call them? Fedora the Explorer?
Fedora the Explorers, yeah.
She was making fun of, like, you know, getting hit on by, like, Bullet Club.
Yeah, like, I really pretend to be a fan so that I can go to live shows and get hit on by Fedora the Explorer.
Was that this week or was that last week?
I don't even remember.
The, like,
I think it was
hot
this week.
girl who likes wrestling, but
I think it
who
was
like,
after
famous for wrestling.
Yeah, I think we recorded it after, or it happened after.
Right,
we
because
recorded.
that's how I found out how you can find out how many of your followers are real.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like all of her like 11,000 followers were not real. But like 99% of mine are real and 98% of yours are real.
I know, right? We're crushing it.
Real as fuck.
Real as fuck.
News.
Couple of people, couple of things. Not like
We
super
didn't really
exciting.
pay attention to news. I watched like all of the wrestling, but I did not really pay attention to news.
I did so little because I was so very busy this weekend.
I was very busy, and I happened to watch everything, so...
Listen, you live your life at a elevated rate of busy that I literally can't deal
you
with.
would probably go insane.
If I was as busy as you are, I couldn't smoke as much pot as I do, so like that lifestyle's just not like attainable for me.
Ridiculous.
I binged a new podcast. That was like the level of busy that I was. I was on a train for a long time. Okay, so news. Jack Gallagher got married. I saw his wedding photos and he looked very happy. They're real cute together. So that's very exciting. Hangman Page signed with WWE. Seems like not officially, allegedly, whatever.
Allegedly.
Started following WWE and Triple H on Twitter. Like, okay, bitch, you signed. Clearly, you signed with
Funny
WWE.
that people are like so into like finding that stuff out. Like,
I think it's so interesting. There are just so many like weird clues that like it's happened so much that people have transitioned from ROH to NXT now that like. That's why I like the business side of it, because I love those like breadcrumbs. You're like, ooh, found it.
You're a nerd.
Oh, I'm such a nerd. Duh.
Duh.
That's my personality. And Renee Michelle from the Mae Young Classic got engaged to Rockstar Spud.
That's
which,
so funny to me.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Live your truth, man.
Okay, awesome. Good for them. So congratulations to them. And that's literally all the news that I have.
The only piece of news that I wrote down is that Nia walked in a fashion show in Fashion Week, and she looked awesome.
Yeah, she looked great. And then she looked fucking great on Raw, too. Came out like, yeah, bitch, I walked in New York Fashion Week. I look amazing. Like, yes, you do, girl. Her hair is, like, perfect now, too.
Yeah.
I love it.
No more mom hair.
Thank God.
I'm sure there was other news.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Who even cares?
Who even cares? Did you watch Toto Bellas from last week? Not the one from last night.
No, I'm not caught up, but I know all of the things that happened, and I watched pieces of it.
Watched it, but I watched it so drunk.
You just got into straight Brie mode, and we're like, it's Toto Bella's time.
Unintentionally. I get unintentionally drunk way more often than, like...
Girl, same.
We went to dinner, and we had, like... It's a very nice restaurant. We had reservations, and we showed up on time, and they were like...
I saw your tweets
It's
about
going to
this.
be, like, 15, 20 minutes. And I was like... I'm sorry, what? Like, I don't want to be that person, but, like, what the fuck is the point of a reservation if you're going to make us wait 20 minutes?
Yeah, seriously.
And she was really rude about it, like, the hostess. So, like, I was like, it would be one thing if, like, I get it, shit happens. But, like, you were being, like, real cunty about it. So then I was already, like, in a mood. So then I drank a cocktail there, and I had 2 glasses of wine with dinner. And then... we came home, and I think I unintentionally, because Nick was pouring me the wine, drank like half a bottle of wine.
Ooh.
While we were watching Toto Bellas. Then I passed out after we watched Toto Bellas, and then I woke up at like 4:30 and I was like, what the fuck? How am I hungover? And then I sat and thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm hungover.
Yep.
All I remember is that Brie wanted some pregnancy photos, and Daniel Bryan was being kind of a twat about it, but really her brother was being a real piece of shit about it. Her brother was being a real piece of shit.
Is he getting separated from his wife? Is that
I
real?
guess, in the
I'm
show.
confused.
Who knows?
Who
But
knows?
he was like, you take these sexy photos, but they're not for me. They're for everybody. But then at the end, like, Bryan came around, and then John Cena made some terrible fashion choices and also was like, I'm gonna move to Arizona. Psycho, well, I'm not. And Brie was like, I literally moved into your house and took care of you while you guys were rehabbing, and I'm gonna shit out a baby, and you guys can't come, like, spend time with me. And John Cena was like, look, I am very important. And Brie was like, I don't care. I am pregnant and mad.
Did she say that she didn't want her kid to call him uncle because he's not really part of their family?
Not Uncle Shosho, because apparently that's, like, Shushu is, like, uncle in Chinese or Mandarin. I don't know.
Okay.
Because John Cena speaks, like, a little to Mandarin.
No, he's fluent. I mean, he regularly speaks in Mandarin. He can do, like, press conferences.
There were, like, I don't know. I don't buy the fluent thing, because, like, Nikki was asking him a bunch of stuff, and he was like, I'd have to think about it. That's not fluent. That's, like, I can speak some. To me.
I don't know.
If you have to think about it, you're not fluent.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Tons of English as second language people have to stop and think about stuff. Like,
stop
all
and think
the time.
about it. Stop and think about it, and then be like, take pauses. Not say, I have to stop and think about it, and then don't say what it is. That's different.
All right, whatever.
Whatever. I just think John Cena ain't worth the hype. But at the end, Daniel Bryan was, like, kind of nice. Oh, and I remember, because I was really drunk, and we were watching with Nick, I, like, kind of went on a tirade to Nick, and I was like, you're not perfect. And Nick was like, great, I love how this is opening. But I was like, but you have never done any of this shit to me. Because, like, I'm a burlesque dancer. Like, I literally get naked in front of people. I show pictures online. I have, like, pictures online where I've, like, sat naked in cake. Like, like I have, like, a nudity presence. And Nick has never been weird or controlling about it. And I know plenty of people who, like, when they start dating someone, they're, like, quote, cool with burlesque. But then, like, when they get serious, they're
LOL,
like...
just
yeah,
kidding.
right?
Yeah.
So I know so many people have gone through that, and I was, like, drunkenly like, you've never done that, and you're not like these people. And Nick was like, yeah, I'm not awful. And I was like, I didn't say that. Just kidding. But I did not watch the Turtle Bells from last night, because I like to watch with Nick.
Yeah, fair.
So I'm not caught up.
That's all right.
Apparently, Brie makes Daniel feel the pangs of pregnancy through some, like, weird electro sim.
That sounds horrific.
Yeah, well, you know, if your wife's got to do it, I feel like you should do it.
I guess.
Feel them contractions, baby. Ugh. So you didn't watch Lucha? Because I watched both episodes.
Yeah, nope, did not. I'm so behind.
The 99th episode and the 100th episode.
I'm so behind.
So behind.
So behind.
The 99th episode opened, it was like a medallion episode. They finished giving out the medallions. So it's all set up to have the Gift of the Gods match at Ultima Lucha.
Okay.
Trace. The first match of that 99th episode was the Mac versus Drago.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
The Mac lost because Cobra Moon kind of got in his face and he got distracted, and then Drago took him out. And then Mac stunned Drago and tried to stun Cobra, but then all the dragons beat him up.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, you can't fight 3 dragons, 4 dragons.
Right?
That's so many dragons.
It's way too many dragons.
Too many dragons. Drago gave an in-ring promo that was like, we're about to reach our 100th episode, and he kind of just, like, laid out what was going to happen in the 100th episode. Like, we're going to have all these matches, and one of them was that there was going to be a Tomiko's match.
Drago did this?
Dario.
Oh, okay.
Did I say Drago?
Yes, you did.
Dario, Drago, potato. They're the same character.
That makes way more sense.
It would be really funny if Drago was like, I'm in charge now.
I was like, he's not even in charge of the lizard group.
But it's all, he just speaks in dragon the whole time.
Okay.
They're going to have a Tomiko's match on episode 100, so it was going to be the Worldwide Underground versus Puma and whoever he chooses. So, like, it was going to be at the end of the episode, Puma was going to reveal who his team was. So then they had the 505, or 50, not 505, the 50 street fight,
right? The police street
with Joey Ryan and Castro Cortez. And in my head, I was like, okay, this is going to be like another themed street fight, whatever. It's going to be fine. It maybe was my favorite.
Really?
It was so fun. It was so fun. It was kind of like a half street fight, half like lumberjack match, but all the lumberjacks were like police in like barricade outfits with their like shields, and like every time Joey Ryan tried to escape, they were like, no, you can't get past us in our riot gear. And they had batons and shields and handcuffs. Like Joey Ryan punched Castro in the head with a handcuff, so he was like bloody, and then Joey Ryan like rubbed his blood on his hair chest.
Obviously.
There was a moment where, so they had a table of like donuts and coffee, right? Obviously. They're police officers. But there's a moment where Castro Cortez pours hot coffee in Joey Ryan's pants. And I had a moment, and he, like, reacts, and I was like, I like that in the Lucha Underground world, he's just, like, a sleazy cop. He's not, like, Joey Ryan dick superhero.
Yeah.
Because if that happened anywhere else, Joey Ryan would be like, my dick is so strong.
Yeah.
It can withstand all the heat. But then Castro Cortez tased him in the dick. So I like that they were, like, calling out, like, everybody who knows Joey Ryan, like, knows that he's, like, the king of dong style. He's, like, a dick superhero.
Right.
So they were, like, making, you know, allusions to that. But, like, in this world, he's just, like, a regular cop.
Yeah. That's cool. That's smart.
It was so fun. And then Joey Ryan threw, like, a box of donuts at his face and, like, super kicked the donuts in his face. And
oh, my God.
There was a cop car. It was so crazy. It was so fun.
All right.
I loved it.
I will make sure that I watch that one.
Maybe I'm biased because I also just love Joey Ryan. But
I love Joey Ryan, too. So,
but it was, like, a really good match. And, like, Joey Ryan usually, he has good matches, but, you know, there's, like, silly stuff or whatever. But, like, this was silly, but also, like, a very good match.
Cool. Awesome.
Joey Ryan lost. He's the bad guy, right? He got tased in the dick.
Yeah.
The episode ended with Puma giving a promo, talking about who he's going to pick for his team. But then Mundo came out and was like, oh, okay, well, I'll put my title on the line, but you have to put your mask on the line. And Dario was like, no. We already have a mask match. We're not going to pretend like we run out of ideas here at the temple. We all have so many ideas, which is, like, very funny because it's like a street fight with a different name every time.
Yeah.
But at Ultima Lucha, it's going to be title versus career. It's Puma's career on the line.
Oh, I wonder who's going to win.
So, there's that.
Well.
So that's how that ended. Last night's episode started with a backstage segment with the Worldwide Underground where it's Ricky showing PJ Black, Jack Evans, and Taya his, like, new driver's license, and they're like, I can't believe you did that, man. And she's like, he's not going to be happy. And Mundo comes in and is like, hey, what am I not going to be happy about? Ricky changed his name legally to Ricky Mundo.
Oh, my God.
And then Johnny was like, change it back. Like, there can only be one Mundo in the Worldwide Underground. And Ricky was like, does that mean I'm an official member of the Worldwide Underground?
Good con, Ricky.
Yeah, right? So then they go to the ring, and it's going to be Worldwide Underground versus Puma, Sexy Star, Cage, and Phoenix.
Okay.
Melissa Santos introduces everybody, and she introduces him to Ricky Mandel, and he grabs the mic from her and goes, actually, Melissa, it's Ricky Mundo. And Johnny was like, no, kid, like, you didn't ask permission to change your name, so you have to sit this one out. And he looked so heartbroken. But then Marty the Moth, like, replaced him.
Oh, okay.
So then you had, like, Taya versus Sexy Star, and Marty versus Phoenix, and I guess Cage versus PJ. Yeah, they were just there.
Yeah. Extras. They were extras.
But the ref made Cage take his gauntlet off.
I was just going to ask that.
And put it on the side of the ring. And in my head, I was like, well, where's
Katrina
at?
You
gotta come get it. Well, like, halfway through, like, a third of the way through, some way through, Jeremiah Crane. But they made an announcement that next week, I think it's next week. Yeah. It's going to be Marty and Mariposa versus Melissa and Phoenix.
What?
I'm very curious to see what's happening there.
The fuck? Okay.
It was cool.
All right, cool.
The second match... Oh, no. There was a scene between the match. It was a dope scene. So it's Katrina in her, like, underground palace, like, praying or doing whatever thing she does.
Yeah.
Jeremiah comes and is like, I brought you something. And she just smiles. And he's like, you know, if you want this, you have to give me something. And he, like, points at his lips. And she's like, all right, whatever, I'll kiss you. But then Mill comes out of nowhere and, like, spears Jeremiah. And she's like, whatever, let these dum-dums fight over it. She picks up the gauntlet. But then Cage comes out of nowhere. And I was like, how did Cage get into your weird underground lair?
Yeah, how the fuck did that happen?
But I guess he has, like, magic. I don't know.
He followed Jeremiah.
Right. Well, so he's, like, choking her. And he's like, oh, you want to know why you can't magic away? It's because you're holding the gauntlet. And the gauntlet's more powerful than you'll ever be. So she just smirks, drops it, and magics away. But then the three of them start, like, beating the shit out of each other.
Okay.
Like, Jeremiah and Mill versus Cage, but also Mill versus Jeremiah. But, like, and then Katrina has magicked away, and Dario, like, sneaks in and is like, I'm going to take the gauntlet. I also was like, how did you get into this magical
what the fuck?
underground layer? Is this just like a room in the temple? I thought this was like a sacred place.
I could be both, honestly.
Yeah.
It's right next to the locker room with the toilet in it.
Dario has the gauntlet right now.
Okay, all right.
The second match was Penta versus Dragon Azteca. It was a fine match. Pentagon won.
Okay.
Pentagon went to break Dragon Azteca's arm, but then Matanza came in and got, like, all up in the face of... Oh, I missed something from the 99th episode. Rey Mysterio was like, oh, you can't make me do anything. And Dario was like, if you don't do what I say, then I'm going to fire Dragon Azteca. Whatever.
Okay.
So that is there. But Matanza comes in to fuck with Pentagon, and Pentagon's like, I don't fucking care about you. It's your fear. So, like, gets out of there. But then Matanza beats up Dragon Azteca, and then Rey Mysterio comes out, and then it's Rey Mysterio versus Matanza. And then Matanza and Rey Mysterio have a match, and Matanza, like, murdered him.
Oh, shit.
Like, a really, like, at the end, like, Rey Mysterio was just like, whoa.
Great.
So, I don't know. But it's nice that Matanza finally got his, like, Rey Mysterio revenge.
Yeah, for sure. And I like the person who plays Matanza.
You know what? I think whenever I see the Matanza eyes, I'm like, ooh, scary. But, like, I think in real life, Jeff Cobb has, like, a very, like, pleasant face.
Oh, he has the nicest
He's got,
baby
like,
face in the world.
Right, like, he's, like, this big jack dude, but he's got, like, a cute, like, little baby face. Like,
absolutely.
Not in, like, a gross way. Like, he just has, like, a nice face. And it's funny to see him just, like, scary eyes in this, like, Bane mask.
I know, it's so bizarre. Have you ever seen that video of Jeff Cobb running with his suitcase down the train tracks?
No.
It's him, like, shuffling. I can't remember who's on the train who's taking the video of him. It's another wrestler. And he's, like, waving goodbye and, like, running with his suitcase, like, shuffling. It is the most adorable thing I've ever
That's
seen.
really funny. I thought these 2 episodes were really good.
Cool. Excellent.
The Katrina scene alone was, like, fucking worth it. Okay. The 5-0 street fight and the Katrina scene, like, everything else was good, like, normal good, but those 2 things were, like, dope.
All right, cool.
I love that match. It was so dumb. He got tasered in the dick. I'm a fan of dick tasering, I guess.
Excellent. Here for it.
I also watched TNA again.
Okay. All right, whatever.
I'm recapping TNA for Cage Side next week, so, like, it's research. I gotta do it. Right?
Okay.
There's a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter.
All right.
What does matter, the Knockouts had a tag team match, and it was Sienna and Taryn versus Allie and Gail. Good match, great. But then at the end, the bad guys won. And so at the end, they're, like, starting to, like, beat down them, right? You know, bad guy beat down. And then Rosemary came out. She's fine.
Hell yeah.
So that's good. And Rosemary's kind of, like, she's kind of a good guy because she's, like, Sienna's enemy. And Sienna's the Knockouts champion and is the bad guy. So she's kind of a good guy right now. So she starts fighting them. But they, like, gang up on her. But then Taya's music hit.
Hell yeah!
But Taya doesn't come out, like, running. Taya comes out slowly in her giant gown and her crown, Wera Loca, and, you know, Rosemary's laughing like, oh, you've done it now, you've done it now. But Taya took out Rosemary.
Oh, shit!
And there's a moment where Sienna's like, oh, shit, in the background. So then we had, like, a definite, like, bad guy faction is Taryn and Sienna and Taya, because Taya's, like, the best bad guy. Mm-hmm. And then the good guy faction right now is Allie and Gail and Rosemary.
Okay.
It was great. I loved it. And it was a good match. And, like, just, like, really good, solid character work and good storytelling. And, like, it was a good way to bring in Taya.
Yeah, for sure.
Because,
cool.
like, everyone knows who she is. And it was, like, nice to be like, oh, what is she going to do here? Oh, bad guy. Yeah. Taya is a bad guy.
Yes. She's excellent at being a bad guy.
Next week, there's going to be a number 1 contendership match versus Johnny versus Loki. So, even though there's all that drama with Loki, like, I think that will be a dope-ass match.
Yeah, for sure.
Every time Loki opens his mouth, I am, like, genuinely terrified.
Oh, yeah.
He's, like, a small guy, very intimidating, but, like, the first time I heard him talk, I was like, what? What? And still, every time I'm like, oh, my God. He's so scary. Mm-hmm. He's, like, the scariest person. Uh-huh. Grado broke up with Laurel.
Oh, no.
And then he was like, it's not you, it's me. We're good, right? Best years of our lives. And, like, walked away. And then she just, like, smiled and rubbed lipstick all over her face. So, that Laurel is back, I guess. They kind of recapped their time at Triple Mania. And they, like, painted everything. They talked about everything, and it was great. It, like, made them look really good. But then they talked about the Rosemary thing, but, like, not really. they kind of did the way that they, like, wrote the statement. That it was like, this is bad that it happened, but also look at all this good stuff. But they also showed a video of, like, Jeff Jarrett being held back by Vampiro. Like, Jeff Jarrett was, like, trying to, like get in some other wrestlers' faces. And I was like, is this staged or did this really happen?
I mean, he's gone, so maybe it really did happen.
Yeah. I don't know. So, like, at that moment, if that was real, I was like, well, at least this, like, person who was running the company, like, was trying to stand up for her and, like, was getting in her face. Like, whether or not. It looked real.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Who knows?
It's wrestling. Who knows? The main event was Seidel versus, I almost said Bobby Drake. What the hell is that even? Who is that?
Who the fuck is that?
Eli Drake.
Bobby Drake sounds like a porn star.
Yeah. What the fuck? Seidel versus Eli Drake. So.
Okay. All right.
Seidel, it was his first time losing on Impact, but Adonis got, like, involved and whatever. I like Eli Drake as a champ.
I love Eli Drake.
Yeah.
He's great.
I love Eli Drake. Oh, I guess LAX and Ohio versus everything. They're going to fight or some shit.
I don't care.
Yeah, who cares?
I don't care.
They wear these, like, weird masks. They're like...
Why?
Because they're just, like, dirty, like, punk goth kids from Ohio who are like, look at my Misfits tattoo. I bought this Halloween mask. They're good wrestlers. It's just like...
I don't care about their gimmick at all.
I don't care about them at all.
Not at all.
You didn't watch NXT either?
No, I read about it, but I did not watch it.
Ugh.
So I, like, know all the things
This
that
episode
happened.
is just me talking. Because you didn't do shit.
Yeah, sorry.
Erin?
I had to drag a bunch of shit back from fucking Lansing, Michigan. I couldn't even bring it all back. I have a second round of shit I have to bring back.
Why don't you make them bring it when they come down for the wedding?
I'm gonna, for sure. They're coming this weekend, but they decided that they're not gonna drive anymore. They're gonna take the train. And I'm like,
well,
fucking
why can't they put it all in a rolly suitcase and still bring it on the train?
That's what I said. My mom was
can
like,
bring
we're
it.
already bringing all these suitcases. Why don't you do it? And I was like, I already have a bunch of shit.
When I would take the train home from college and then come back with all, like, my Christmas stuff, I put so much bullshit on that train.
I know.
They don't count your bags. They
I
don't
know.
care.
That's what I said. My mom was like, no, we can't. I was like, just ship it to me.
Fuck
It's
your
just
mom.
towels.
Fuck your mom.
Just send me towels. That's all I need. It's a fucking laundry basket full of towels. Anyway.
NXT.
NXT.
I watched them both.
I know.
I'm so on top of it.
I know, you're so on top of it. This is just Stella catching Erin up on Wrestling Hour. That's really all
like
it is.
half hour in, I've just been talking at you.
I know, it's fine.
I did not watch all of ROH, but I did watch chunks of ROH, but we don't have to talk about it.
You're so much more on top of it than I am.
Yeah.
I'm behind fucking everything.
And I'm catching up on my comic books. I'm almost all caught up on my comic books. It's kind of been like, I applied to grad school, so now I can, like, it's not relaxing, but it's like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I feel like I finally got my degree conferral email from DePaul, so I'm like
Conferral?
Yeah, I'm like officially done.
Is that a word, conferral?
Yeah, it means that it's like it's been confirmed. This is like it's now posted on my academic calendar. That's what the email said.
Conferral.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm uncomfortable with that word.
That's fine. So I'm like officially done, and I got that email, and I was like, oh great. Well, I don't have any time to relax.
Very busy.
I've just been working on wedding stuff and listening to true crime podcasts.
Lame. Almost fought Bonani, whatever.
What?
That guy, he's like Italian, Barcelona. He's from Barcelona. Those are very different countries. Brazil. I'm just naming countries now.
Fucking cut. Barcelona, Brazil.
Yeah. Wait, Barcelona isn't a country. It's a city. He's like a muscly guy who like gets on the turnbuckle and like does a weird like pray thing and then it's like Pah!
Oh.
He's been there.
That guy. Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking
He
about.
beat Almas before.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Before he stopped doing Tranquilo.
Yes. Uh-huh. I do
So
remember.
Almas versus him with Vega on commentary.
Okay.
And Almas won. obviously.
Excellent.
So
I'm so
there's
glad
that.
he's finally winning.
He's finally winning.
It's finally time.
Regal was like, this ROH faction better stop fucking my shit up.
Yeah.
Velveteen Dream talked. I don't know. I
literally couldn't give a fuck.
I honestly, it was like listening to white noise. I was trying to pay attention, and I was like, I can't process this.
Right after those, like,
This is not for me.
amazing new photos of Prince came out where he's like in a black sweater with curly hair in the fall. I don't want to see this fucking knockoff piece of shit. I don't need this.
Get out of here.
Get your shit together or don't ever come back.
Lars fought 3 people at once, and then won, but then started beating them up. And then No Way Jose was like, hey man, don't do that.
Awesome.
Johnny Gargano was talking to some people at the Performance Center, and then Riddick and that other one.
Oh, those guys.
They were like, oh, you suck. You DOS had tag team anymore. And Johnny was like, I will fight either one of you next week. Just like get out of my face. And they were like, oh, you won't fight us? And he was like, yeah, literally either one of you. I don't care. Sanity gave a great promo where it was just like a recorded video that was like out of focus. And they were like lying on the ground, like being weird. And they were like, oh, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly want to attack us, and it was great because it was so fucking weird. It was like there was like a light flare. They were like their eyes were out of focus, so they were like red. Like it was nuts. It was so cool.
Their promos are their video promos are so
Sanity.
good.
Sanity.
So good.
Zeta fought Sonya and lost.
Okay.
So I thought Sonya looked good though, not like that good, but like better.
Okay, cool.
So I guess we're like really pushing all this MMA thing.
Yep.
Whatever, who cares? Backstage segment. It looks like it was in the Performance Center. It looks like Birch and Oni, even though they're in this like best 2 out of 3 thing or whatever, that they are probably gonna become a tag team. That's how it felt.
Really?
They were like practicing together, but like we're like practicing kind of as a tag team.
Interesting.
And then that went into Regal was watching them, and then Ruby Riott was like, I want Billy and Peyton. I want them both. I'm going to fight them. I want to fight them both. And he was like, well, you got to get a partner. You got to do a tag team. She was like, we can call it a tag team, but I'm just going to show up and fight them. And he was like, okay, but like, you should probably get a partner.
Fuck yeah, Ruby. Get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
Probably get a partner. And then the main event was Oh No versus Atami.
Okay.
It was a good match. It was a no DQ. Ono won because he punched Atami in the dick. So.
Well, that's not a babyface thing to do.
But it weirdly felt like a babyface thing to do.
Okay, that's fair.
Because Atami was being like such a dick.
Yeah, that's true. He has been
like,
such a dick.
Ono was like, oh, fine. I'm just going to punch you in the dick.
Cool.
So.
All right, cool.
And then Asuka relinquished, and I cried a bunch. She said, you are NXT, I am NXT. No one is ready for Asuka.
No one was ready for Asuka.
No one is ready for Asuka.
She's going to Raw. It's happening.
Going to Raw. Good. That's where she belongs.
Yeah, I agree.
This week, it opened with the Iconic Duo versus Ruby Riott with no partner. But then
I saw this.
Nikki Cross kind of just like came in and like was like laughing and just came in and then like surprise tag Ruby, and she was like, cool. And then Nikki Cross just like went ham and beat both that Iconic Duo up and then hit one of them with like a fisherman neck breaker and then just left, like tagged Ruby and was like, bye. And Ruby was like, okay. So she like won the match but was like, what happened?
I didn't really get what I wanted out of this.
And Billy and Payne were like, oh, that's not fair. That's stupid. There's a backstage interview with No Way Jose where he was like, oh, Lars is not a good guy. And I'm going to fight him. It was actually a solid interview with Jose.
I love
But
No
it's like
Way.
a weird...
That's like exactly what he did with Cien at first too. He was like, "This guy's a jerk, and I'm gonna beat him up." And I love that.
But he's like good at that?
Yeah, he is good at it.
I don't know.
He's like so positive that it honestly feels like his best role is just being the dude who's being like, "You know what? You're not being real nice right now, and I think that you should be, and I'm gonna show you why you should be.
Join my conga line or die."
Can you please cross-stitch that onto something for me?
Yeah, I will do that for you. was that funny.
Oh my god, I love that. That's so good.
You're ridiculous. Johnny fought Riddick Moss.
Okay.
Riddick Moss was beating him up a bunch. You know, Johnny had a rally, but then Johnny had a moment where he, like, went to do one of his signature Johnny moves, and it didn't work, and he was like, am I a broken wrestler? He, like, looked at his hands. It was weird. But then he won anyways. So, I don't really know what the fuck that was. And it was weird because it was, like, after the Ruby-Nikki match where at the end, Ruby was in the ring, like, looking very confused. It was just, like, two baby faces being like, oh, we're so confused. We won.
The plight of the baby face.
We won, but it's so confusing to win.
That is the plight of the baby face.
There's a tag match between the Street Profits and the Ely brothers. I love the Street Profits because it's, like, the fun things about, like, frat houses, like the parties and stuff, meets the New Day with their positive energy and dancing, meets the hype bros. Literally, they're just ready to party all the time. And, like, it's...
So they're a theater party, like, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like, I like it. I like the gimmick with the red Solo cup and the dancing. Like, they're great. I also feel bad that the Ely brothers are just, like, super jobbers.
Yeah, hard.
Have they ever won?
I don't know.
They had at least a little bit more of a showing. It wasn't like a squash, like an Authors of Pain situation.
Yeah.
The main event was Wolfgang versus Pete Dunne for the UK Championship.
Okay.
It was a really good match. I don't think Wolfgang is like as exciting as a wrestler as like the rest of British Strong Style, but it was still very good, and there were definite moments where you're like, well, I mean, like, you knew that Pete was gonna retain, but there were some like really good spots for Wolfgang.
Cool.
Pete is, holding the belt in the middle of the ring, and the ROH faction, even though Mr. Regal was like, no, not in my house, they were like, oh, no, this is our house. And so they went to beat up Pete, but then Wolfgang came in and helped out, so then they started beating up Wolfgang, and then Pete Dunne left the ring. Oh! And everybody was looking at him. He, like, went to go back into the ring, but he just went back to get his championship belt, and then he left again. Which was such a good heel move. It was so good. But then British Strong, the other two, Mustache Mountain came in and, like, backed up Wolfgang, and the ROH faction was like, oh, mind your own business, dum-dums. And they're like, we are minding our own business. We're British or whatever.
The arm waving really made that.
Yeah. I used to be very good at accents, and now I can't do them for shit.
Yeah, you used to be excellent at them.
Yeah, I watched that video I sent you. Mm-hmm. Pashmina. Did you watch the whole thing? Because it was ridiculous.
No, I should.
You should get high and watch it sometime.
Okay, I can do that.
It's only 9 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
9 minutes of weird improv. About arm fishnets and pashminas.
I watched like the first minute. It was like, this is so ridiculous.
We just did that one day. We weren't even that drunk. We were just bored. Just me and Zach, Patreon exclusive.
We just need to open it and be like, whatever, just donate. Who gives a fuck?
You just have to go to the Patreon, but you get to see everything.
Yeah.
It's silly. Should we move down to the two shows you did watch?
Yeah,
2.5, I guess, because you did watch the Mae Young. Did you watch 205 Live?
No, I didn't.
It was really good. We'll talk about it, but you should watch 205 Live. It was really good.
I saw parts of the Drew Gulak Breezango thing, but I haven't watched the whole thing. Yeah, I definitely need to. All right, what do you want to talk about first?
You did watch the Mae Young.
Yes, of course I did. I went to see it on Tuesday, and
I read the synopsis.
It was really fucking good. I really enjoyed it. I don't think the old one is scary, but this one was very frightening.
The synopsis was not scary.
Ugh, it was. I have the audiobook. I'm really excited to listen to it. It's 44 hours long, so I've got some time ahead of me.
44 hours?
Yeah, it's a fucking long ass book. Jonathan Strange and Dr. Neural, or whatever the fuck that book is called, is only 36 hours long. So that's how fucking long it is.
How is it bigger than that book? That book is insanely long.
I know. It's fucking long as shit. So my goal is to listen to it before the second part comes out.
That's my 2018 New Year's resolution, is to finish Jonathan Strange and Mr. Neural.
It's really fucking good. You really have to read, like, all of the footnotes, though. They're super important.
I read half of it. I just, like, at this point, I'll have to go back and start it over.
Yeah.
Because it's been, I haven't I was like...
Just get the audiobook.
No, I don't really like audiobooks that much.
I have really come around on them because I just don't have time to read.
I only like full cast ones.
The Jonathan, or that, what is it called?
Jonathan Strange and Mr.
Norrell. The guy who narrates that is very good.
Yeah, but like...
He does like a full voice cast by himself.
It's just not the same. It's got to be like a radio play or nothing.
I prefer single narrators over radio play styles. Or like...
because you're boring.
Well, true. Definitely the first thing people say about me is that I'm boring. Anyway, whatever.
And that you have terrible fashion.
Well, yeah. That's up there. Top 5 observations. Your laugh is really loud. Yeah, thanks, I know.
You have a big mouth.
I have a giant mouth. See, that's 4. I'm sure we'll find the 5th one.
Mae Young Classic.
Yes.
Did you watch the bracketology where they had that 3-on-3? So they had, because they had like a road to the finals. It was like 20 minutes long, but they had a match on that.
Oh, okay.
And it was Tessa, Tessa, what is her name? The German lady?
Oh, Jazzy.
Jazzy
Gabbert. Yes.
I shortened it to Gabby. In my notes.
I mean,
we're just going to call her Gabby.
Okay, Gabby.
Tessa, Gabby, and Kaylee versus Garrett, Marty Bell, and Sarah Logan.
Oh, okay.
It was really good. Tessa looked amazing. I love how aggressive Tessa is.
I know, she's so good. She's such a good bad guy because she's such a good bad guy. Like a ball of aggression.
And she's like a tiny ball of aggression. The crowd was so over on Jazzy.
Good.
They were like, we want Jazzy, we want Jazzy. It was a really good match. Sarah Logan looked really good. It's a fun match. I like it. It had obviously like no stakes, but it was fun. And
it's
the bad guys
scramble.
Not bad guys, but like the kind of bad guys.
Yeah.
Scary German, tiny angry Scottish lady, and Tessa Blanchard. They're kind of the bad guys, right?
Yeah, Tessa's definitely a bad guy. Yeah, for sure.
It was funny because at the end, Triple H came out and like thanked everybody for being there, and they were like chanting, "Please sign Jazzy, please sign Jazzy," or whatever. And he was like, "Last time you guys did this to me, it cost me a lot of money. I have budgets. I appreciate that you guys are very excited." But also it was a lot of him like patting himself on the back and being like, "We're making history, blah blah," which like it's true, they are. And he had like a good speech where it's like, all I ever wanted was to be in this ring and to make a name for myself, and like I got to live the dream, but there were a ton of women who wanted to do that, and they fought just as hard and did all the stuff, but there wasn't like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and now like we're working towards having that pot of gold. And it was like true, and it was nice, but it was also like WWE being like, "We're great, we're feminists, we're so good." But it's a fun match, and if you have time, I would go back and watch it.
Okay, cool.
I also just like am such a geek, and I love all of the like lady wrestlers on the red carpet.
Yes.
I was like,
yes.
Also, hi Summer.
Yes, it was so nice to see
Summer
her.
was like crying, and I was like, "Yes, Summer, I feel you."
I love it. I love that shot of Summer, Becky, and Charlotte all holding their phones up, and Bayley was just like leaning on the guardrail, looking like she just wanted to get in the ring. I was like, "Oh, I feel that. I feel that so hard."
It was great.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Also, it was nice to have Lillian Garcia be there. Like,
it was really nice to see her.
I know. I was like, "Oh, hey, girl."
I know. I really enjoyed that. I liked it a lot because it could have been like JoJo or somebody else.
It was
like,
nice to have her.
Yeah, it felt appropriate that it was Lillian Garcia.
I was a little bummed that the like lady ref wasn't the ref, but like whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
She was a ref on NXT this week, though.
Oh, okay, that's good.
It's nice that they're like actually
using
seemingly going to use her.
She's full time, so why not?
Yeah, lady ref.
Woo woo!
Just like every other ref, I don't know your name.
You get one characteristic and ref, and that's who you are.
I mean, it's terrible, but we got like lady ref, very excitable black ref,
eyebrows,
other
eyebrows,
and Lil Nate.
And Mike Chioda.
You have to be there for like 25 years to have a name.
Yeah, exactly. Chuck Robinson, that's not his real name. That's what I always call him. That's Little Nate. So he sort of has a name.
Yeah. I honestly have learned some of their names.
I know.
And then I forget. because I'm just like, I don't know.
Excitable Black Ref is like Derek Garrett.
I like
something.
him.
I know he's my
He's
favorite.
my favorite.
Ref, and I cannot remember his name.
He's my favorite ref, and I can't remember his name. Because he walks the line so perfectly of like being a good ref and like being out of the way, but also having like enough like character and like stakes in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like when some shenanigans happen, he has like the appropriate amount.
Yes, I agree.
I like him.
I like him a lot.
What did you think of this match?
I really enjoyed it. I was very cautious going in because it felt like after the semifinals that it was going to be a vehicle to Ronda and the Four Horsewomen.
She even gave it in like an interview where she was like, I'm not here to talk about myself, I'm here for Shayna, and I was like, good. Yeah, I'm really glad that they addressed that. I also think it was very helpful that the fourth horsewoman, the one that's married to Roddy, wasn't there. They're not married, they're living in sin.
Whatever, Kamala married, baby mama, who gives a fuck? She wasn't there. I'm assuming because she got stuck in Florida because of Irma. That's why Dakota Kai wasn't there, because they all got stranded in Orlando, and so I'm assuming she was supposed to be there. And in some ways I'm like, maybe this is good. Maybe there was a plan to do a Four Horsewoman confrontation and they just didn't. And like Sasha wasn't there either, and I think that is also because she was stuck because of travel. Like,
no, good. She was somewhere else. She was she was scheduled to be somewhere else.
Oh, okay. That's good then.
She goes on a lot of the like non-wrestling but like persona tours.
That's true. She's good at that.
Yeah, it was her and Kalisto.
Oh, you're right. I do remember seeing something like that.
I don't know.
Okay.
But she wasn't there. She was slotted to not be there.
Okay, that's good then.
Yeah, I thought this match was really good. And you know what? Like, this whole tournament actually really got me over on Shayna as a performer.
I think that this last match was the most that I've liked her in WWE. Because, like, I liked her in Shimmer.
Yeah, she had, like, character. She, like, sold like a motherfucker. Like, the in-ring psychology was great. The like bit at the beginning with the like kind of slap handshake, and then the like bit at the end. Like, at that moment I was like, yes, I feel like you definitely belong. I'm totally over for this now.
I think too.
Is she my favorite? No, but I'm like, she did deserve to be there, and she did step up to the plate.
I think she absolutely stepped up to the plate. I feel like part of it is that they like. My complaint before was that her character was, I'm Ronda's friend. And this felt like a return to the character that she has in Shimmer, which is an MMA-based character, right. But it's her. It's Shayna. She's the focus. And not, like, every single match she had in all of her qualifying matches, they made a point to show Ronda and Ronda's reaction, and it felt very much like they were building to that. So I was really happy that they showed her a couple times, but, like, it really was about Shayna. And, like, Kyrie fucking elevated the shit out of her and, like, did a fabulous job of making her look like a fucking monster. And, like, they were a great pair, and they had really a very good match. I don't think it was the best match in the tournament, but it was very good, and I was really pleased with it. And I'm glad that it just ended. There wasn't a confrontation between them.
Yeah, it would have, like, cheapened the whole thing.
Absolutely, and that really felt like what they were building to. So I think they handled it very appropriately, and I was glad that they like, I think they made the right decision with Kyrie. They really need baby faces really badly. Like, really, really badly. And she's really fucking good. Like, I was very pleased with it. I think they did a really good job.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I cried a bunch because I'm a baby.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because women's wrestling makes me cry. In, like, a good way.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say earlier, I saw it, and we went to an earlier show because we realized the Mae Young finale was going on, and Dev and I were like, yeah, definitely.
We did not watch it live because we were watching BoJack Horseman.
Okay, that's fair.
It's a really good show.
Did the new season fuck you up?
Yeah, it always does.
Okay.
Also, like, name drop, Nick's cousin's one of the, like, owners of the company that produces that show. So.
Oh, really?
We also have, like, we have, like, a personal investment in it, too, where we're like, we want to support, like, our family show, but it's also, like, it's also really good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's, like, very, very good. There's one episode that I was like, this is so fucked up. I don't know. Should we be watching this? So fucked up. What'd you think about Raw?
I I barely even remember Raw.
Started with Roman versus Jason Jordan, because
I
Roman
sort of
was going
watched
to
this.
prove a
Oh,
point.
yeah. Can't believe it took you 20 minutes to beat a rookie. Whatever. I didn't give a fuck about this match. It was fine. But I think that the
crowd was like, we don't know what to do. We hate you both.
And, like, I thought that these two matches served their purpose of they made Jason Jordan look really good.
And it moved along the feud of Roman and Cena without, like...
having to see them wrestle a bajillion times.
Totally.
Yeah, so
totally.
in that sense, I liked that. I thought that was smart.
You know, Cena had his in-ring promo, and then Roman Reigns was like, you're a bitch. And Cena was like, well, you're dumb. Whatever. It's a feud that I feel is probably necessary in the long run.
I think it is absolutely necessary.
I'm sure some people are really over for it, but if Roman is not showing up randomly in my dreams, I'm, like, not invested.
Yeah, fair. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't...
Speaking of which, I've decided, because I need another thing to do, because I'm me, I'm toying with the idea of doing NaNoWriMo this year.
Really?
But, like, just writing terrible, like, vampire /fic.
Please do. Oh, man, absolutely.
I think it would be a good challenge. Also, like, who doesn't need another terrible vampire novel in their life?
Oh,
because I wouldn't be entering it with, like, I'm going to be the next great American novelist. It's just me being like, and then they bit each other and had sex on this museum floor.
Oh my god, please do. I need this. Patreon exclusive. I will read part of Stella's NaNoWriMo.
If I do it. If anybody has done NaNoWriMo before, I would actually like advice and or books or like ideas
tips
about it. Yeah, tips. Like, I have enough time to prep for it, and it's like, it's a good time for me, because it's after the busy season for me with burlesque, which is October, and after, like, a lot of, you know, like, wedding season's done, and, like, it's kind of a dead time for me, so it would be, I mean, not really. I'm so busy and popular that I'm, like, always doing stuff, but, like...
You have a wedding to be in, also.
I'm gonna be writing at, like, dinner, like, in the corner, and your dance floor being like, and then there was blood.
You'll have plenty of downtime.
Candy.
You can bring your manuscript with you if you'd like.
So stupid. But yeah, if anybody has any tips for NaNoWriMo for my awesome vampire novel. I think I have a name for it, but it's super dumb, and I'm not gonna share it yet.
Okay.
That can be a Patreon exclusive. It's not dumb. It's a cool name. It sounds cool, but it's like dumb cool. Like, it's vampires, so it's like stupid. But it's
has
like
to be dumb.
kind of cool.
Okay.
I feel like it's kind of cool.
Okay, I believe you.
But now I'm embarrassed about it.
You can tell me off air.
No, I'm like actually a little embarrassed about it. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, whatever.
It's not that embarrassing. Like, it could be cool if I was like a better writer, but I'm like really spiraling right now.
Let's keep going.
Sasha had a match with Emma, with Alexa on commentary, and then Nia joined commentary.
Looking fabulous AF.
Sasha won. Mm-hmm. My cats just ran into the door. The match was fine, but it, like, mostly served a purpose to, like, set up, like, tension between Alexa and Nia and, like, make Emma continue to lose. But there is a rumor that when Asuka comes, they want her to reignite the feud with Emma, and so they want Emma to look stronger, which is why she's getting more airtime, because Asuka and Emma had, like, an incredible match at NXT and a good feud in NXT, and that would be a good place to start.
Yeah.
Unless they've just, like... I mean, I think the best place to start would be, like, straight for the title, but that's just me.
Well, have Emma accidentally win the title, and then have Asuka come in and take from her.
Beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Emma just accidentally won the title.
It could totally happen to Emma.
Heyman and Brock had a promo, and they're like, "Fighter, are you ready? Braun, are you ready?" And Braun was like, "I am ready right now."
Right?
I am here
that fucking
right now.
no-cell suplex was amazing.
It was. And
it looked great.
You know, I hate Lowcock, but...
He's been doing a good job with this.
When he seemingly cares about something, he, like, sells and does a good job. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But he also is terrible, and I hate him.
Yeah, he's lazy. That's the problem.
Goldust looked amazing. That robe, he looked so good. For just coming out to, like, get squashed by Bray, like, That was
Right?
an amazing, like, robe.
He always looks fabulous.
Also, that match and that promo was kind of brilliant.
Yeah, I agree.
It was kind of brilliant. The, like, oh, you hide behind your face paint and have, like, Bray, like, aggressively wipe the face paint off. And
all of it off.
That looks painful.
Yeah.
And Goldust was like, oh, no, my face. This is a dry towel.
I think it was a wet wipe. I'm pretty sure.
No, it was a towel.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It looked like it was a moistened towel that he had.
It looked dry to me. But, like,
no, it was coming off really easily. I'm pretty sure it was a wet
you
wipe.
are scrubbing real hard. I mean, I'm sure it was wet. That makes more sense. But in my head, I was like, ow.
His skin didn't turn bright red. So
Yes, it did.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It could have been kind of wet.
Yeah.
But not that wet.
Under the rings.
Not that wet. And then Finn was like, I'm here too. And
How
Bray
dare
was
you.
like, suck my dick. I don't need no paint. Except for my dick is painted. Just kidding. I don't know how that went.
Right, JoJo? Hey!
Ew. There was, I wrote backstage interview, Euro babies. I wrote Euro babies. Little Euro babies.
They're like the Muppet Babies, but they're the Euro Babies.
Yeah, they're Euro babies. So it was the Euro babies versus the club with Shield Light on commentary, but then Shield Light was like, no, we're going to fight you too. And then there was chaos, and then everyone was like, oh, what are we going to do? What could we possibly do? Oh, the Hardys. They're here.
Yeah, right? Go find your guys some partners. Like, really? Are we going to do this whole fucking dog and punish show?
Oh, you're not in shorts. That was dumb. What a terrible pop. I hated that.
Fucking Dean Ambrose. Like,
I mean,
will
Dean
sell
Ambrose is
anything.
great. Yeah, and he sells that type of stuff, but it was also
Yeah,
like,
I like that it was
we
like
knew you were going to the Hardy Boys. There's like no
Yeah.
one else here.
Yeah, I liked that idea too, that he like, oh, you could totally be, I'm not dressed for it. Damn it. Like,
Even though he
he'd,
wrestles
like,
in dress shoes and jeans.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Jeans. Alexa and Nia had a very good backstage segment where Alexa was trying to like suck up to her and be like, no, can we just go back to being friends? And Nia was like, yeah, we can be friends, but you're not going to want to be friends with me because we're fighting next week. Bye. Elias had a match with Kalisto. I am like, it's funny how so many things work on NXT and then fail completely on the main roster, and how Elias is like the exact opposite.
Absolutely. I
could not get over to save his fucking life in NXT. Immediately all over on Raw.
So good. Yeah. And he's a good wrestler too,
And
which is nice.
Also, I don't know, but I do want to sleep with him.
Yeah. I don't know why. I'm not into his face in general, but like
He's got like a nice bod.
yeah, and like his hair is good and he's funny.
I would sleep with that guy.
Yeah, I would too.
Cena versus Braun. They fought, disqualified because Braun threw John Cena, power slammed him onto some stairs. John
Yeah,
Cena
I like
was
how the ref
my
was like-
face is so scared.
I like how the ref was like, don't you put those stairs in there. I'm not going to disqualify you, but don't put those stairs in there. Like, what? Just disqualify him.
Yeah.
I mean,
mean,
what's going to happen?
I think it works because you don't want Braun to lose, but you can't have Super Cena lose.
Right, exactly.
So it made sense. Like, he'll
Yeah.
kick out until he dies. Then we had the most epic Miz TV where Miz was like, we're having a baby. And Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas were like, we're having a baby.
So cute.
But then Enzo Amore interrupted them. And then Miz turned into Enzo's dad for a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like sad that I wasn't watching it live because I just wanted to tweet, is Miz Enzo's dad now? Is he his dad? Because he was like scolding him like a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
You have so much potential, young man.
You're wasting it. You're squandering your chance.
But then Enzo opened his mouth and then the Miz beat him up.
Yeah.
I mean, in an official sanctioned match, but he still got his ass kicked.
Yeah, I like, it's so bizarre because like Enzo's a heel, but they're still like sort of writing him as a babyface, which makes absolutely no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like he comes out and is like, I'm gonna interrupt your baby thing, la la la, you're soft. Clearly not because you're having a baby, but whatever, you're soft somehow. And like
Dick jokes.
And then has this like moment where he's like, oh well, you know, I say the wrong thing and I put my foot in my mouth, and it's like, no redemption.
Somebody tweeted at us, I hate that they're putting all this like real life stuff into the ring.
I don't.
In my head, I was like...
It's always been like this.
It's always been like that, but also I was like... he committed, like, such an egregious sin in my world where it's like, you mistreated and did not tip a stripper.
Yeah.
You have literally everything coming for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, he was dating Liv Morgan at the time that happened.
I mean, you can be in a relationship and go to a strip club and participate. Like, that's fine. That is up to you in your relationship.
That's true. Although it did not sound as though that was something that was in their relationship.
But even if you do agree to do that and you go to a strip club, tip your strippers.
Yeah, seriously. Get it together.
Especially at a strip club. Like, sometimes, like, okay, you go to a burlesque show, you buy a ticket, you don't want to tip, whatever. But if you ever go to a free show and it's a free drag show or a free burlesque show, tip. Yeah. $1, you have $1.
Yeah. Get $1.
Tip. Oh my god. And then if you go to a strip club, specifically a strip club, fucking tip.
That's why you're there, to do that. Like, hello.
Tip your strippers. So,
whatever.
that's like the ultimate, like, karmic, like, coming around on you.
Yeah. Well,
Liv Morgan's curse of the strippers.
Liv Morgan's about to upgrade to fucking Tyler Bates.
Yes, they are flirting heavily.
I love it. I'm like, man, you could not have gone more 180 from Enzo Amore to fucking Tyler Bates.
It's helpful to, like, upgrade, because then you are like, oh, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay.
You know.
I know. Literally, like, my dating life is like a steep incline. It's dramatic.
It really is.
The Hardys and Shield versus Club and the Euro Babies. The Hardys and the Shield won, whatever. It was the main event. It was like, oh, wait, what? This is the main event? Okay.
Well, it's because the 9 o'clock, or our 9 o'clock, is it our 8 o'clock? What time does it end here? Yeah. The 9 o'clock spot for us. Yeah, the 9 o'clock spot for us, the 10 o'clock spot on the East Coast. That's like the new main event slot. That's where the match that they want to draw the most numbers goes.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why Brock has been going on at 9 a lot. That's why Finn and Bray have been going on at 9 a lot.
I did not realize that.
Mm-hmm. It's the time that they get the most numbers, and if they do those spots at that time, people are more likely to stay for the rest of the time.
Cool.
Smart business.
Smart business.
I mean, it is 11 o'clock on the East Coast by the time that show finishes.
Yeah.
It makes sense that they would want to move that stuff up.
It is a lot. 205 Live was really good. It opened with Rich Swann versus TJP having their, like, rubber match or whatever. Mm-hmm. Rich won with a Phoenix Splash, which is always cool.
Hell yes!
And then at the end, you know, they were like, oh, we're friends. You want a handshake? And TJP, like, went to not handshake him, but then was like, fine, I'll be, like, a okay guy. And then, like, kind of handshaked him. Handshooked him.
Handshook him?
Had a handshake of sorts. And Rich Swann was like, you petty. I won. There was a backstage segment where Alexander and Mustafa Ali were, like, talking, and they were like, man, Cedric, you should have won. Like, you should go beat that guy up. Like, fuck Enzo. And Alexander was like, no, I'm going to do it the right way. And then Bryden Kendrick came in and was like, you know what your problem is? Doing it the right way.
I love that they're going to have a program. Good.
Well, yeah, and Cedric was just like, I'm still going to I'll see you in our match later. Like, I'm going to win. You see, I'm a superhero. And you're a little pirate dick. But the best part about 205 Live, Drew Gulak, after receiving a tweet from Microsoft Office.
Oh, the best wrestling tweet of all time. Like, sorry about it, Wendy's. I know you try, but
Microsoft Office got you.
Oh, so good.
Gulak continued his PowerPoint. Slide number 4 or 5, I can't remember, was
3, right?
No, he did a couple before this, but there was a slide that said, no interruptions. But he got interrupted.
Ah, damn it.
By the fashion police.
Excellent. So good.
It was so good. They, like, all did such a good job. And Breeze looked amazing. His undercut is so good. And Fandango, like, butterfly kiss.
Rubbed his face against it.
And Drew, good on fucking Drew and Fandango and Breeze, they did not break at fucking all.
I love it.
They sold the shit out of that. It was so good.
Drew is in Chikara forever.
I know, but like it's still funny because it was clearly something that Fandango just decided to do.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, he has like the perfect training in order to like, I will take every moment of this seriously. Like, yes!
Breeze and Fandango were like, we love all underwear. Thongs, sure. G-strings, sure. But your underwear is terrible. I just love their, like, normalizing of, like, fashion. It's not weird, it's fashion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, they have a new shirt, and I don't know if they're selling it, but it's, like, their faces, like, together anime style, kind of, and it's super dope. And that is a shirt that I would buy, and if they are selling it, I'm gonna buy it. I did buy a Drew McIntyre shirt.
God damn it.
It was on sale.
You're so bad about first runs. You gotta wait till they put better stuff out on their second.
I need all of his stuff. That's my baby.
It's true. Where is he on your ranking? I don't remember.
Fuck ranking?
He's not your bae? Is he your boyfriend? I know that you had to downgrade Austin Aries. I think Drew was just a poster, wasn't he?
I think he's like my like dream. Like he was like my dream guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because Miz is bae, but not like sex bae, just as like bae.
Yeah,
he's like my bae.
Yeah, absolutely.
Austin Aries was my boyfriend.
But had to hard downgrade.
It's so sad. I like see that shirt in my closet and I get like really sad. I loved him.
I know.
I love the idea of him. I like everything that happened before.
I know.
I miss him. I don't know. I guess if I had, EC3 would be boyfriend now. Okay. Probably.
Yeah.
And then Trevor Lee's still like next door neighbor that was annoying but grew up kind of hot, and you're like, oh, okay. Okay. That's Trevor Lee. I think
so accurate,
right?
Yes, it totally is.
Oh, hello, next door neighbor. How are you? But I think Drew is like literally the living embodiment of like my favorite like male lead in my favorite book. Like he's like my dream guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He totally is.
He is. The book is called Soulless by Gail Carriger. Read it.
It's very good.
Do not judge me. Imagine Drew while you're reading it.
You're not going to be able to think of literally anybody else.
And I mean, if you want to imagine me as the protagonist, her name is Alexia. It's very close to my real name.
Mm-hmm. And Gail Carriger did say that you look like what she pictured her to look like.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
She did say that to my face.
I know.
So.
Super exciting.
I love that book so much.
It's really good.
It's so good.
That whole series
it sounds like it's gonna be stupid, but it's really good.
It really is very good. I recommended that series to a bunch of people who all look it up and are like, what?
You're like, no, read it. I did recommend it to one person, and they only read the first one, and they had like a lot of like, well, this character seems like a caricature, and I was like, no, it gets so much more in depth.
Were they talking about what's his face, the vampire,
Lord Akadama? Yeah. He is supposed to seem like a caricature because he becomes like very deep and complex, but like his whole deal is that he puts on an air of like
he's like the master of lies. He's like, what's his name?
He's like Oscar Wilde meets Varys.
Yes, absolutely, and
vampires.
Very good at it. Mm-hmm. Plus, and vampires. Adorable little boys who he sucks their blood dry. It's a really good book. You really should read it.
It's really, really great. Anyways, Drew McIntyre is like my dream.
Okay.
He's my babe. My boo. My Drewboo.
Drewboo. All right.
Drewboo cannot be a Drewboo. Somebody asked me that. Only one Drewboo.
Can he be my Drewboo?
Sure. Okay. We each have our own Drewboos.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. I prefer Drew Gulak, so that's good.
The main event was Brian Kendrick versus Cedric Alexander. It was a really good match, but then at the end, Brian Kendrick was beating up like Cedric and whatever.
Yeah, I saw
and
this.
Jack Gallagher came out, looked very angry. He had his hands wrapped and no suit jacket, but a suit vest. And he came out and looked like he was going to fight Brian Kendrick, but nope, heel turn. He beat the shit out of Cedric, and then him and Kendrick shook hands, and they were like, we're bad guys now.
Cool.
Which, actually,
weird.
I feel like, no, I think it makes sense. Like, Gallagher tried to be gentlemanly and take the high road and stuff, and he got his ass kicked by Brian Kendrick, and he got proven wrong and called a clown and all this stuff, and I think he just snapped a little and was like, fine, can't beat him, join him.
Cool. I'm into it.
I love that episode of 205 Live. I was like, more people should watch this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Fashion Police?
I know.
They should also do that more. They should bring in non-205 people. It feels like
they have been trying to do that
Yeah, well, they brought Sasha in. They brought Enzo in, who is technically a cruiserweight because he's like 12 pounds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like it. It makes it feel like a more legitimate division.
Agreed. SmackDown opened with Kevin Owens.
The best.
Giving a great promo.
Oh, the best. He's the best.
Dolph Ziggler coming out as Shane was very funny.
I laughed really hard. I was like, this is the most I've ever liked Dolph Ziggler, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, this is actually funny.
That was very funny.
And I liked, too, that Kevin was just like, LOL, thanks, bye, Dolph.
Well, because he's
everyone...
friends with the heels.
Yeah. And
that's his, like, thing.
So I liked that. I thought it was really good. And I liked that Kevin was like, LOL, good joke. Dolph Ziggler, everybody. Thanks, goodbye. And Dolph just left. I liked that. I thought that was a good use of him.
All right, everybody, goodbye.
Right? Like, I liked it.
Daniel Bryan came out and was like, you should probably not talk anymore because Vince is coming. So, like...
Get it together.
Cool your jets, buddy.
Yeah.
There was a U.S. champ match with AJ versus Ty.
It was good.
It was really good. It. There was some Corbin shenanigans.
Again, that's fine.
We're Team Corbin now.
I guess we're Team Corbin now.
Team Corbin. Team Corbin.
Cool. Whatever.
Gotta justify that cool wolf shirt.
I can't wait until you buy a wolf shirt.
I mean, if I'm gonna buy a wolf shirt, it's gonna be that PJ Black Lucha wolf shirt.
Fair. That's
a dope ass shirt.
It's definitely better.
Also, who are you gonna sleep with, PJ or Corbin?
Definitely PJ, even without the finger.
You can do a lot with 9 fingers.
That's true, you can.
Jinder Mahal gave his type 5, I guess. He was like, here's my stand-up routine. Do you all like it? Nakamura looks constipated. I got jokes. They are not good.
Right? I was watching this like, so you're doing a PowerPoint slide now, but it's all adorable photos of Nakamura? Like, I don't understand.
It was just like a shitty comedy routine.
Yeah, it was really bizarre.
But then it had I'm glad that they addressed it where he was like, oh, you guys like him now, but then you're going to be all USA chant this.
Yep.
Because you guys are all dicks. Which I was like, I'm really glad that they addressed that, at least.
I am too. Again, continuing on in the theme of Jinder Mahal, just says things that are true.
That is a bad guy.
That is a bad guy because he's brown, which is literally what his gimmick is that you hate him because he's brown. Like,
there was a hilarious backstage segment with Kevin Owens and Sammy when he was like, hey, Sammy, you remember like 10 years ago when we were driving and we just did a show in an armory and we made a pact that, you know, we would get out of the armory someday? Well, I just want you to know that when I become the general manager of SmackDown or the owner of SmackDown, I'm giving you permission to break this promise because you're going back to the armories.
Adorable being Sami Zayn was like, I would literally rather go back to the armory any day rather than work for you, Mr. Owens.
New Day versus the Usos in a Cincinnati street fight, which was just
really
like a regular
good.
street fight. I mean, their matches are really good. Like, it's just something we have to come to expect.
Yeah.
And then New Day took their belts and they twerked on
they
the street. Because New Day don't lie.
That's what they do. 4-time champs.
4-time champs. You know what? There was a time when people were like, there was a time way at the beginning of time when nobody liked the New Day, but then there was a time when everybody liked the New Day. And then there was a time when people were like, we're over it, New Day. But you know what? They're fucking great.
Yeah.
And now I feel like people are back on the New Day train.
Yep.
Guess who's been conducting the train the whole time? Me. On the New Day train. Twerking in the streets of Las Vegas. They're great.
Ride or die.
Ride or fucking die. They're amazing.
They continue to be the best. I think they're doing a really good job, too, of, like, not making Xavier seem unimportant while he's, like, rehabbing, too.
You know how they're doing that thing where they're selling all of the, like, Connor's Cure merch that the stars have worn? In my head, I was like, if I had money, the only one that I would bid on would be Kofi's weird, like, crop top.
Right.
Because it is so funny to me that he wears pigtails and crop tops. And not in, like, a sexual way at all, but it's just, like, it's a look that he does, and it, like, works. I love his crop tops.
I know. He came out in that crop top this week, and I was like, bless your heart, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
And in my head, I was like, if I were to bid, this would be the thing that I would bid on. His Kofi Kingston's crop top.
Just get it framed.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Backstage segment with Aiden English and Kevin Owens, which was hilarious, where Kevin Owens was like, I'm gonna need a new theme song. You have a beautiful voice. I appreciate you.
I love their relationship.
I'm the Lord of the Heels.
I love their relationship. I think it is just absolutely brilliant.
I just love that, because, like, a lot of times heels are just like, I'm better than everyone. And I like Kevin being like, well, I'm friends with the other heels. We're friends because we're better than all of you.
Right,
I mean, I'm
exactly.
the best of all of them, but, like, I'm cool with all the other bad guys.
I can't sing, you can sing. I like that. I like that there are those, like, concessions where it's like, you are the best at this thing that is not wrestling. Like, oh, okay.
Ziggler did a Bailey impersonation and then did an Ultimate Warrior impersonation.
He lost all of his good graces. I was, like, so happy with the Shane McMahon, and then he came back, and I was like, oh, you're just gonna do the same fucking thing you did last week?
I think that's why he's gonna do a bunch for a while. But you know what? If it's just him doing other people's gimmicks for a while and not wrestling, I'm fine with it.
I don't want to see him at all.
I know, but you're gonna see him, so just, like, concede that this is the best way to see him.
Why do I have to see him? I didn't see him for 6 weeks and was perfectly fine without him.
Yeah, but they're gonna not let you go that long again.
Woof.
The Hype Bros had a match versus Gable and Shelton. Gable and Shelton obviously won. And then Zack Ryder was like, no.
I'm better than this.
I'm not gonna shake your handshake. I'm not gonna look at you, Mojo. I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna go back to Long Island. Fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys. I did like that they had their
I got action figures to play
color-coordinated, hyper-colored gears. I thought that was a nice touch from the Hype Bros.
Bros. Kevin Owens and Vince McMahon.
This promo was sweet.
They shared words.
Yes, they did.
That was fucking good.
It was really good.
It was peak Vince, peak Kevin.
Yep.
Kevin being like, you give me your word that I can fuck up any McMahon, and Vince stupidly being like, I give you my word, and he was like, great, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
I loved it.
I also like that Stephanie came out at the end, and it wasn't Shane.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
I like that Kevin just got to leave without Shane, like, coming out and defending his dad. Like, I like
Shane's
that Vince...
definitely suspended. He's not there.
I know, but I like that, like, Vince looked weak and, like, Kevin looked strong, so that, like, it's a better build to this feud.
Yeah, I agree.
That headbutt was brutal.
I usually am totally against them, but you know what? That was fucking cool. It looked really good. I also loved, too, that they were shaking hands, and you could just see Vince McMahon being like, you're gonna fucking hit me in the head, you're gonna hit me as fucking hard as you could, and just fucking hit me, and then he just bashed him. It was so good. It was so great to watch Vince McMahon just, like, hype Kevin Owens up, like, fucking hit me in the head. Like, oh my god!
Vince McMahon is terrifying.
Oh, so terrifying. Also, like, it is so wonderful to see them, like, Kevin is their guy. He's one of their guys, and it is awesome. And I really, really like that.
He's proven that he's worth.
Absolutely, he's worth
it, man.
Every penny. Right? He's high merch sales. He's fucking great on the mic. His character is great. He's super consistent. He doesn't get hurt. Like,
and his in-ring work is good. Like, it's
excellent.
Top to bottom.
It's so good. I was just so happy to see that. It came up in my time hop a little while ago. Actually, several months ago now, talking about when Kevin's first transitioned up to the main roster. They just wasted him for so long and had him do nothing. And so now to see him having the main event of SmackDown basically with
Vince McMahon.
With Vince McMahon is incredible. Like,
yeah.
Fucking amazing. I'm so happy for him. He's so good.
He is excellent, and he deserves it too. Like, he works very hard.
Yes, I agree.
Well, that's it. That's all the wrestling that's ever happened.
All right. Fantastic. Wonderful.
We did have a question.
Oh, we did?
From our friend, Henry T. Casey.
Oh, hey.
It was an email.
Ooh, email.
Erin and Stella, when I realized this episode would be your 99th, I realized it was a funny coincidence as there are 99 shows in my podcatcher. That's insane.
That's crazy. I have 37 and I
You're
thought that was a fucking lot. Good Lord.
Yours is one of the very best, as I always hit play as fast as possible when a new one comes out.
Yes.
Thank you. My question, in light of the Mae Young Classic and the WWE's continued indie wrestler shopping spree, do each of you have a wrestler that you feel protective of? A wrestler where if WWE screwed up their career or botched them as a character, you'd be incredibly incensed? The one that I think of when I think of this, which is like a little weird because she is kind of there, is Candace.
Yeah, I think that they've done a good job with her so far.
But she's not signed, so they don't have control of her character.
Right, true.
She still wrestles on the knees. Like, she is just such a good intergender wrestler.
I know.
She is so fucking good at it. And even though she would be good in the WWE doing, like, whatever, she shines when she is, like, the ultimate underdog, and she shines in that way that she could never do... would never be allowed to do in WWE. She wouldn't be able to bleed. She wouldn't be able to do, like, boob plexes.
Right,
like,
exactly.
I love the idea of, like, Candace wrestling and Mrs. Wrestling, but I also love the idea of Candace bleeds like nobody else.
Candace is tougher than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I would agree with that one. That's a good one.
That one, that's the one that I think of the most when I think of this question.
I think I felt that way about Ruby at first, for sure, because it felt like they clearly wanted to push her, but didn't really know what to do with her, and I was, like, really worried for a minute, but I think that they have a much better handle on how they want to handle her character.
Yeah.
And so I don't feel that way as much about her anymore, but I don't know. I can't really think of anyone off the top of my head. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure. He might be able to do that, though. He could go to SmackDown and fucking make that gimmick.
Yeah, I mean, if they let him, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like a big, like, thing. But, like, they're the ones with the characters that are on the indies that are so defined and so tied intrinsically to this specific idea that it's hard to take them away. It's not just, like...
I mean, that's how I feel about Nakamura in a lot of ways, too, where, like, he is my favorite wrestler, and they do not let him do what he is capable of. And it's, like... That sucks. But he's still so good that I'm like... And also he's in his late 30s, like, at a certain point you just have to slow down, and so it's weird to, like, adjust to that as well as a transition into the WWE style, so, like, I kind of had to let go of that as well. I don't know. Fucking Shotzi Blackheart. I would love to see her get more exposure, but, like, God forbid they try to put her in WWE. I feel like it would be a disaster. They would have no clue what to do with her.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot. But, like, at the same time, it's hard as a fan to say that because you want people to succeed and make money and, like, live their dreams or whatever. But it's also, like, as a fan, sometimes you can be productive.
Rosemary, for sure. I would not want her to go to WWE, especially after they squandered the gimmick of Crazy Mary with Sarah Logan. Like, I'm afraid that they would completely change Rosemary. I think she'd be the same.
She's so established in a way that Crazy Mary wasn't. Like, she is, but you can roll your eyes, but not at the same level.
I didn't roll my eyes. I was thinking about it. No.
Not at the same level as Rosemary is. I don't think that they would touch Rosemary.
I don't know. I'm worried that they would, just because they are dumb.
I don't think they would. You, like, buy that package because you know that people would come over for that.
True.
Also, a fuck, marry, kill for the Mae Young Classic crowd. Tony, Piper, and Candace, which is the hardest fuck, marry, kill we've ever had.
Marry Piper, fuck Tony, kill Candace. Sorry, I can't do the Disney again. That was my only determining factor.
Yeah, Candace is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, but, like, I don't think that I would want to have sex with her, and I don't think I would want to marry her.
Absolutely have sex with Candace. She is super, super cute.
Oh, absolutely. And she looked great at the Mae Young Classic, but I feel the same way. I think I would marry Piper and fuck Tony and kill Candace.
Yeah, Sorry. Honorable mention for both Candace, but... Poor Candace, she always goes.
Well, yeah, but she's just, like, I think she's just too happy for me.
Yeah.
She, like, loves Disney and baking and stuff, and that's great. Oh, I have a confession.
Oh, jeez.
I watched Moana.
It's really fucking good.
It got me.
It's so good.
It got me.
Oh, it's so good. The music is great.
It was just all the, like, matriarchy thing with, like, the grandma. Like, anytime the grandma was on, I was like, oh my god.
And I like, too, that there is no love story. Yeah. Like, you just get this tale of this girl.
The love story is her love for her people or her love for the sea. Like,
yeah, I thought they did a really, really good job with that.
It was great.
Yeah, and The Rock was great.
He was great. It was really good. Great. I'm admitting it. I can admit that sometimes Hocus Pocus is a Disney movie. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
There's a lot of emotional manipulation in Hocus Pocus as well. That cat gets flattened by a bus.
But he lives.
I know. That's the manipulation of it.
Dies at the end.
Well, he gets to go live with his sister. Thackeray Binks.
Thackeray Binks. Thank you for continuing to bless us Demis with new episodes, Henry.
Yay.
We also have some reviews. We're at 59 reviews.
Ooh, so close.
So close.
Oh my god. A card for the person who wins, and it's great.
Oh yeah, the card for the person who wins is super good. This, I'll do too. This wrestling podcast, 5 stars by Jay Coag. Sure. This is a podcast about wrestling, hosted by 2 women. It is good. Listen to it.
Excellent.
Concise, to the point. One of the few podcasts that actually... ... iTunes cut off the rest of this title. I don't know how to access the rest of it. I'm so sorry. This is by Malice Savarel, or Malice Saver the Third, maybe? I don't know. You guys, I lost my glasses at the House of Blues. Probably the most consistent of all wrestling podcasts I listen to. Stella and Erin offer a unique perspective on the world of pro wrestling and occasionally other topics like music. Anyone who listens to Shun is okay with me because they're so good. Politics, etc. And while the show is touted as a feminist wrestling podcast, it never feels preachy or like it takes itself too seriously. Definitely worth a listen.
All right. That's a very nice review.
I'm going to read this one because this one is from Ben and the title is Very Metal. Very metal. Erin and Stella have a really fun and interesting way of looking at professional wrestling. Long stints in traffic are made much better with these amazing ladies sharing their insights, fuck, marry, kills, and everything else in between. Very metal.
Very metal. Excellent.
You have one more week to leave a review.
Yes.
You need to get to number 60. Gotta get this contest prizes. You get koozie, you get a button, you get a handwritten card from Erin, signed by me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I picked out the card, though. It is very good.
Yep.
And a copy of Boone the Bounty Hunter that is not signed by Johnny Mundo, but he did touch it because I bought it from him.
Correct. Yes.
I did not think to get it signed. I am very sorry. But it's got his, germs on it.
Yeah, that's true.
You're getting premium Johnny Mundo germs.
Fantastic. Wonderful.
You can find us on the internet.
Yes, you can. All kinds of places.
I'm at Stella_Cheeks.
I'm at Urgency.
You can find us on cagesightseats.com.
You can send us an email at notyourdemo@gmail.com.
And you can find us at notyourdemographic.tumblr.com. And if you talk about our podcast on Twitter, use the hashtag notyourdemopod. Also, if you want to see us live and in person, you should come to Podslam on August 23rd. September 23rd. We're at 5:15 slot. It is a 12-hour podcast marathon. All the money goes to Connor's Cure. It's going to be really fun. Erin is also going to be in the podcast Rumble at 9 o'clock.
I'm not totally clear on what's going to happen, but I will be there.
There's going to be a swear jar. We're going to have special guests. There's going to be games.
It's going to be super fun.
It's going to be fun.
You can get your tickets at io.com, correct?
iotheaterchicago.com, maybe?
Yeah.
Or you can go to arcadeaudio.net/podslam.
Yes,
and
that's
find
probably easier.
all the information there.
Yes, come see us. I'm excited.
Oh, also, there is a cool event happening on the 30th of September. There's a new movie coming out called Signature Movie, and it's about women's wrestling, and they're pairing up with Shimmer, and they're putting on a show. Mm-hmm. I'll post more information on our Tumblr, and we're going to go see the movie on the 29th, and we'll talk about it and review it and all that stuff. But it's really cool that they made this movie about wrestling, but they're also engaging in the wrestling community.
Right.
And they're going to do a show with Shimmer, and, Mercedes is going to be there. Havoc's going to be there. I think the main event is Mercedes versus Havoc for the Shimmer belt.
Yeah.
It's going to be really cool, so you should go check that out. Signature Movie and the Shimmer Show.
Awesome.
Like I said, I'll post more information on our Tumblr. Also, we'll talk about it, and we'll also go see the movie.
Yeah, awesome.
It's going to be super fun.
All right, cool.
We did it.
That's it. All right.
We're so good at podcasting.
Yes, we are. Demi's.
Next week is 100.
Yeah. Demi's.
You did
100.
it yourself. You demied yourself.
Well, I was yaing the it's our 100th episode, and I was like, oh fuck, I already said Demi's, and I was like, okay, whatever. Demi's, yeah, goodbye.
You're so terrible.
I have to use the bathroom.
There is more to me, Queen Eliara of Elfgard, than my elven magic. Just as there's more to Geico than saving you money, Geico also gives you 24/7 access to licensed agents online, on the phone, or on the Geico app. And while I am a mighty elf queen, I am also a mighty big fan of barbecue potato chips. Minions! More smoky mesquite.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
It fell off the roof of my car.
It fell out of my backpack.
Oh, it fell off my grocery cart.
I tossed it to a really clumsy friend.
I tripped while jogging.
My 2-year-old had a temper tantrum.
It bounced down 2 flights of stairs.
No matter how you broke your smartphone, there's only one smart way to fix it. Batteries plus bulbs.
I dropped it on the floor, and he stepped on it.
Schedule your repair at batteriesplus.com.